Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the house of Therapeutate. And first, before I start, I'd like to thank Rodney Hughes from Therapeutate for sending me these samples for review. I really appreciate the kindness. And as a note, this is not going to be a regular house review where I share with you guys my list of love, likes, and dislike from a house. This is mainly going to be a review of my favorite from the house and a brief overview of the rest of the line. Now, the reason for this special format is because I can't really give this house a fair review because of the genre of most of their fragrances. A lot of them contains green notes and herbal smelling notes, which to be honest are my least favorite type of notes. So if I was to do a house review in the normal format, a lot of them would end up in my dislike list for all the wrong reasons. So I figured this format would do the house more justice because they're not bad fragrances, they're just not for me. Now that we got that out of the way, let's begin with my favorite from the house, and that is called Cardamom Rose. Cardamom Rose is a spiced rose fragrance, which is a combination that I've come across a lot recently. Besides this one, there's Kissimmee from the house of Matriarch, which is a darker, spicy rose, fit for nighttime, smells more masculine, and Earthier by Patchouli Parfum, which is a more brighter, more daytime version of Kissimmee. Now, how is this one compared to the other two? Well, first, this one has quite a dose of cardamom, which is not present in the other two, making this one smell very different. Besides the cardamom and the rose, I also smell pine, which adds a slightly green touch to the fragrance. In the beginning, the cardamom is really strong. It'll jump at you right away, followed closely by the pine and the rose. The rose in this one is definitely unisex. It's not a bright rose, it's more subdued. And it has this herbal quality to it that reminds me of a spa kind of smell. It's green, it's herbally, and after the cardamom dries down, it starts to give off this very therapeutic kind of vibe. It's definitely relaxing to smell, and after the first hour, you start to notice the tuberose pushing through, but it never really becomes a loud note. It stays more in the background. On Fragrantica, it does that this has vanilla in it. I don't smell any vanilla. I believe it's more of a texture note, meaning that it's there to give a richer background to the fragrance, which you'll definitely experience the closer and closer you get to the base. Performance is good on this one. Off my skin, it lasts about 6 to 7 hours and projects for about 1 to 2 hours before sitting closer to the skin. Definitely not anything to complain about. Overall, this is a nice scent. Not a wow factor in any way though, it's just nice. I can honestly say if this fragrance was used in a humidifier at a spa, it would smell very lovely, and wearing it was quite an enjoyable experience as well. Especially good if you're in the mood to relax. The only reason I'm put off buying this fragrance is because of the price and the amount of wearing I'm actually gonna get from it. Prior to making this review, I never checked out the prices for this fragrance, and when I smelled it, I thought it was a very nice scent, and it still is, but when I went to check out the price, I was very shocked. The price is quite expensive. For a 50 ml EDT, it'll run you $240, but for a 50 ml EDP concentration, it'll run you $380 US. And to be completely honest, for the type of scent that it is, I think it's a bit overpriced, but judging by the materials that they use, which are 100% all natural, I can kind of see why the price is the way it is. So in conclusion, this fragrance is not for casual users. I don't think the value is there if you just want to smell nice and impress other people. There's loads of other fragrances out there if you want those kinds of experience. For the people who see fragrances as more of an experience and they're always searching for fragrances that'll make them feel different from most of the mainstream fragrances, this could be worth it to you. Moving on to the next topic, I'm now going to very briefly talk to you guys about the rest of the line. First one being Modern Patchouli. Now this one has a peppery patchouli opening that develops into a more orangey kind of vibe. The patchouli becomes earthier over time, but overall it's nothing too special of a scent, not my favorite. Next one we have Cherries 14, and this one kind of reminds me of a Christmas shaped car freshener that hangs in people's car. It starts off very green, then transitions into a citrusy kind of feel with a grapefruit-like sweetness. It's a nice citrus scent, it's not too sharp and it's not too stingy. Next we have Royal Water, and this one starts off with very fresh notes of basil and lemon, then develops into a geranium and lavender kind of vibe. The freshness of the basil and lemon still lingers after the other note creeps in, creating a quite aromatic appeal. Nicely blended fragrance, light and pleasing. Next one we have Towsy, and this one starts off very green, like old green leaves kind of smell, then develops into a more fresh, herbally green scent. Noticeable notes are lime, basil with a touch of floral sweetness, which could be the geranium. This is one of them that just has too many green notes for me, so personally I really don't like this scent, but if you're into green notes, you might like it. Next one we have Osiris, and this one opens up with a very heavy oak moss note, which to be honest is too much for me. After a few minutes, the galbanum starts to seep through, adding a light floral vibe, but in the end, still too mossy. Lastly, we have Exotic Flower. Now this is a really light white floral scent. It's jasmine mixed with a sweet floral undertone. The fragrance is very linear, pleasing to smell, and very therapeutic. This is actually my second favorite if I had to pick one. I do like jasmine and I like white florals in general, and this one is nicely done. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the house of Therapeutate. I personally think for the right customer, this house could really be a treat if they can stomach the price tag. It was definitely fun for me to test these out, but enough about what I think. What about you guys? Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on these fragrances and the house in general. And as always, please like and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me out. I'm Timmy from Imagine Scent, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!